Namaste to all. Ram Ram Ram. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnuhu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejas Vinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Namaste to all. Ram Ram Ram. Today is the 16th class of Sundara Kandam. We are currently in Sarga 2, the last set of shlokas. We will do the Dhyana shloka and then revise the set from the previous week and continue with the last set. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वम् अरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं पूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। कल्पकम जी। नमस्ते भगिनी।
नमस्ते। राम राम।
राम राम। 1 second. You're doing from 21, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead. You get started.
वप्रप्रकारा जगनां विपुलाम्बुनवाम्बरां।
One more time.
वप्रप्रकार जगनां विपुलाम्बुनवाम्बरां सदग्निशूलकेशां ताम् अट्टालकवदंसकाम् मनसेव कृतां लङ्कां निर्मितां विश्वकर्मणा द्वारमुत्तरमासाद्य चिन्तयामास वानरः कैलासशिखरप्रज्ञाम् आलिकन्तीमिवाम्बरम् दीयमानामिवाकाशम् उच्छ्रितैर्भवनोत्तमैः सम्पूर्णां राक्षसैर्घोरैः नागैर्भोगवतीमिव अचिन्त्यां सुकृतां स्पष्टां कुबेराद्युषितां पुरा तं श्रीभिर्बहुभिः शूरैः शूलपट्टसपानिभिः रक्षितां राक्षसैर्घोरैः गुहामाशी विषैरिव तस्याश्च महत्.
One second. Shulapatti. I thought I heard Shulapatta.
Okay. Shulapatta Samanivi. Sir, Shulapatti.
Shulapatti.
Okay. No, in my book it is.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Try to use the script that we have just for you.
No, that I may everywhere I mark is this. I miss. I don't know how.
Okay, go ahead. 26. Yeah.
Okay. तस्याश्च महतीं गुप्तीं सागरं च निरीक्ष्य सः रावणं च रिपुं घोरं चिन्तयामास वानरः आघात्य पीहहरयो आहत्य पीहहरयो.
How is it Agatya?
आघात्य पीहहरयो भविष्.
No, the script says
आगत्य पीहहरयो भविष्. आगत्य पीहहरयो भविष्यन्ति निरर्थकाः न हि युद्धेन वै लङ्का शक्या जेतुं सुरैरपि इमां तु विषमां दुर्गां लङ्कां रावणपालितां प्राप्यापि स महाबाहुः किं करिष्यति राघवः अवकाशो न सान्त्वस्य राक्षसेष्वभिगम्यते न धानस्य न भेदस्य नैव युद्धस्य तृष्यते चतुर्णामेव हि गतिः वानराणां महात्मनां वालिपुत्रस्य नीलस्य मम राज्ञश्च धीमतः यावज्जानामि वैदेहीं यति जीवति वानवा तत्रैव चिन्तयिष्यामि दृष्ट्वा तां जनकात्मजाम् ततश्च चिन्तयामास मुहूर्तं कपिकुञ्जरः गिरिशृङ्गे स्थितस्तस्मिन् रामस्याभ्युदये स्थितः अनेन रूपेण मया न शक्या रक्षसां पुरी प्रवेष्टुं राक्षसैर्गुप्ता क्रूरैर्बलसमन्वितैः उग्रौजसौ महावीर्या बलवन्तश्च राक्षसाः वञ्चनीया मया सर्वे जानकीं परिमार्गता.
First word.
उग्रौजसौ महावीर्या.
It doesn't have sau there, no? Ugraujaso.
Also, उग्रौजसो महावीर्या बलवन्तश्च राक्षसाः वञ्चनीया मया सर्वे जानकीं परिमार्गता. लक्ष्यालक्ष्येन रूपेण रात्रौ लङ्कापुरी मया प्रवेष्टुं प्राप्तकालं मे कृत्यं साधयितुं महत्. तां पुरीं दादृशीं दृष्ट्वा दुरादर्शां सुरासुरैः हनुमां चिन्तयामास विनिश्वस्य मुहुर्मुहुः केनोपायेन.
One second. In 36, Hanumam Chinta, there is a im and a ish there.
Hanumam Chintayamasa Vinishwasya Muhurmuhu.
It is Hanumam Chinta. There is a ish you have to say there. You're saying
Hanumam Chintayamasa Vinishwasya Muhurmuhu.
Our script has Vinishchitya. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I will tell this one. Tam purim dadrishim drishtva दुरादशां सुरासुरैः हनुमां चिन्तयामास विनिश्चित्य मुहुर्मुहुः
Very good.
केनोपायेन पश्येयं मैथिलीं जनकात्मजाम् अदृष्टो राक्षसेन्द्रेण रावणेन दुरात्मना न विनश्येत् कथं कार्यं रामस्य विदितात्मनः एकमेकश्च पश्येयं रहितो जनकात्मजाम् भूताच्छात्ता विपत्यन्ते देशकालविरोधिताः विग्लवं दूतमासाद्य तमः सूर्योदये यथा
Second line, first word.
विक्लवं दूतमासाद्य.
Correct. Last time I heard it as Viglavam. It is Viklavam.
Okay.
Correct. Correct.
विक्लवं दूतमासाद्य तमः सूर्योदये यथा अत्रानत्तान्तरे बुद्धिः निश्चितापि न शोभते घातयन्ति हि कार्याणि धूताः पण्डितमानिनः.
Correct. Very good. Very good. You have been with us from Bhagavad Gita, right?
Yes.
Yes. I think she is one of the Jeshta people, elderly people who joins us and is very regular to our class and extremely sincere. So my pranams to you. Thank you so much for chanting. I think you were looking at the script, and there is always a Patha Beda, so that's absolutely okay.
No, it is, my book is very old book.
I know.
So the letters are a little bit confusing.
Correct. Well chanted.
It is a 52 edition book.
1952.
Yes.
Anantarama
Dikshidhar. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Many of us weren't even born at that time.
No, it is a book given to my father-in-law by Anantarama Dikshidhar himself.
Oh, by Dikshidhar himself. Wow.
Yes. Because he was there with them for his eye operation or something, so he gave the book to them.
Please take a picture of it and share it with me, Kalpakamji. I will share it in the group. Wonderful chanting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It is very touching when Jeshta, elderly people who take so much effort, for at that age, it is just difficult to even look at script and read and try to understand the technology and work. She's been one person who's very consistent in her learning, and it definitely shows. Wonderful. They are such an inspiration to all of us. There are quite a few elderly people and couple in our group as well who don't miss a class, who are always ready to chant, and so much of contagious enthusiasm that they bring to the table. I think Pushpa Bhagini, you were going to repeat.
Yes, ma'am.
Namaskara.
Namaskara.
(41). न विनश्येत् कथं कार्यम् वैक्लव्यं न कथं भवेत् लङ्घनं च समुद्रस्य कथं नु न वृथा भवेत्. Very good. न विनश्येत् कथं कार्यं वैक्लव्यं न कथं भवेत्
न विनश्येत् कथं कार्यं वैक्लव्यं न कथं भवेत्
लङ्घनं च समुद्रस्य कथं नु न वृथा भवेत्
धनं च समुद्रस्य कथं नु न वृथा भवेत्
कथं नु न
कथं नु न वृथा भवेत्
वेरी गुड मयि दृष्टे तु रक्षोभिः
मयि दृष्टे तु रक्षोभिः
रामस्य विदितात्मनः
रामस्य विदितात्मनः
भवेद्व्यर्थमिदं कार्यम्
भवेद्यर्थमिदं कार्यं
रावणानर्थमिच्छतः
रावणानर्थमिच्छतः
वेरी गुड मयि दृष्टे तु रक्षोभिः रामस्य विदितात्मनः
मयि दृष्टे तु रक्षोभिः रामस्य विदितात्मनः
भवेद्व्यर्थमिदं कार्यं रावणानर्थमिच्छतः
भवेद्यर्थमिदं कार्यं रावणानर्थमिच्छतः
न हि शक्यं क्वचित् स्थातुम्
न हि शक्यं क्वचित् स्थातुम्
अविज्ञातेन राक्षसैः
अविज्ञातेन राक्षसैः
अपि राक्षसरूपेण
अपि राक्षसरूपेण
किमुतान्येन केनचित्
किमुतान्येन केनचित्
वेरी गुड न हि शक्यं क्वचित् स्थातुम् अविज्ञातेन राक्षसैः
न हि शक्यं क्वचित् स्थातुम् अविज्ञातेन राक्षसैः
अपि राक्षसरूपेण किमुतान्येन केनचित्
अपि राक्षसरूपेण किमुतान्येन केनचित्
वेरी गुड वायुरप्यत्र नाज्ञातः
वायुरप्यत्र नाज्ञातः
चरेदिति मतिर्मम
चरेदिति मतिर्मम
न ह्यस्य विदितं किंचित और किंचित किंजित both are okay because we are splitting there न ह्यस्य विदितं किंचिद
हस्य विदितं किंचित्
one more time
न हस्य विदितं किंचित्
one more the first part is breaking beginning one more time
न हस्य नो
aha
ह-
ह्य
हस्य
yes
हस्य हस्तं
aha ह्य
न हस्त
one
Yeah.
second न ह्यस्य
न ह्यस्य विदितं किंचित्
correct na, so you say it together because it is a sayukta aksharam so nahyastya so you don't say nahyastya you don't split it there you say it as nahyastya viditam kinchit
न हस्य विदितं किंचित्
rakshasanam baliyasam
राक्षसानां बलीयसाम्
nahyastya viditam kinchid
न हस्य विदितं न हस्य विदितं किंचित्
na
राक्षसा
no hyastya hyastya what language are you looking at
संस्कृत only.
Sanskrit
Yes.
so look here in English hyastya hyastya so it is ih ya is it ya hyastya
यस्य विदितं किंचित्
hyastya
ह्यस्य ह्यस्य
न ह्यस्य विदितं.
न ह्यस्य विदितं किञ्चित्.
One more time. Na hyasya no, let's only whatever I'm saying, just repeat that. It is a little challenging. I found it difficult even when I was recording. Na hyasya viditam.
न ह्यस्य विदितं
Very good.
किञ्चित्.
Only say the hyasya viditam. Na hyasya viditam.
न ह्यस्य विदितं.
Very good. One more
न
time.
ह्यस्य विदितं.
One more
न
time.
ह्यस्य विदितं.
Correct. Na hyasya viditam kinchid.
न ह्यस्य विदितं किञ्चित्.
I heard it hyasya. Na hyasya viditam kinchit.
न ह्यस्य विदितं किञ्चित्.
No. Hyasya.
ह्यस्य ह्य is ta ya.
Hyas. Not full ta. It. Hyasya. Hyas.
ह्यस्य ह्यस्य विदितं किञ्चित्.
Rakshasanam baliyasam.
रसानां बलीयसां.
Vayurapyatra nagyatah. Charediti matirmama.
वायुरप्यत्र नाज्ञातः चरेदिति मतिर्मम.
न ह्यस्त्य विदितं किञ्चित् राक्षसानां बलीयसाम्.
यस्य विदितं किञ्चित् राक्षसानां बलीयसाम्.
Very good. Got it. I'm sure we'll come back to 44. I was struggling when I was recording. Ihaham yadi tisthami.
अहं यदि तिष्ठामि
स्वेन रूपेण संवृतः.
स्वेन रूपेण संवृतः
विनाशमुपयास्यामि.
विनाशमुपयास्यामि
भर्तुरर्थश्च हीयते.
भर्तुरर्थश्च हीयते.
Correct. Bharturarthascha. So bharturar. So it's actually bhartuhu arthah. Together it becomes bharturarthascha. So bharturarthascha. One more time. Just say that word alone.
भर्तुरर्थश्च दीयते.
Correct. Ihaham yadi tisthami svena रूपेण संवृतः.
अहं यदि तिष्ठामि स्वेन रूपेण संवृतः.
Tisthami, the is Mahaprana.
अहं यदि तिष्ठामि स्वेन रूपेण संवृतः.
विनाशमुपयास्यामि भर्तुरर्थश्च हीयते.
विनाशमुपयास्यामि भर्तुरर्थश्च हीयते.
Very good. तदहं स्वेन रूपेण.
तदहं स्वेन रूपेण
रजन्यां ह्रस्वतां गतः.
रजन्यां ह्रस्वतं गतः.
लङ्कामधिपतिष्यामि.
लङ्कामधिपतिष्यामि
राघवस्यार्थसिद्धये.
राघवस्यार्थसिद्धये.
तदहं स्वेन रूपेण रजन्यां ह्रस्वतां गतः. Just chant a little slower.
Okay. तदहं स्वेन रूपेण रजन्यां ह्रस्वतं गतः.
ह्रस्वतां गतः.
ह्रस्वतां गतः.
लङ्कामधिपतिष्यामि राघवस्यार्थसिद्धये.
लङ्कामधिपतिष्यामि राघवस्यार्थसिद्धये
So you were splitting and saying that is correct too. Lankam adhipatishyami. That is also okay. If you don't want to say the mer together, that is fine too. Ravanasya purim ratrau
रावणस्य पुरीं रात्रौ
pravishya sudurasadam
प्रविश्य सुदुरासदाम्
vichinvan bhavanam sarvam
विचिन्वन् भवनं सर्वं
Drakshyami janakatmajam
द्रक्ष्यामि जनकात्मजाम्
Ravanasya purim ratrau pravishya sudurasadam
रावणस्य पुरीं रात्रौ प्रविश्य सुदुरासदाम्
vichinvan bhavanam sarvam Drakshyami janakatmajam.
विचिन्वन् भवनं सर्वं द्रक्ष्यामि जनकात्मजाम्
Very good. Iti sanchintya hanuman
सञ्चिन्त्य हनुमान्
सूर्यस्यास्तमयं कपिः
सूर्यस्यास्तमयं कपिः
Suryasya astamayam. That is the split there. So the ya and becomes ya. Suryasya astamayam kapihi
सूर्यस्यास्तमयं कपिः
achakangshe tada viro
आचकाङ्क्षे तदा वीरो
vaidehya darshanotsukaha
वैदेह्या दर्शनोत्सुकः
iti sanchintya hanuman Suryasyastamayam kapihi
इति सञ्चिन्त्य हनुमान् सूर्यस्यास्तमयं कपिः
आचकाङ्क्षे तदा वीरो वैदेह्या दर्शनोत्सुकः
आचकाङ्क्षे तदा वीरो वैदेह्या दर्शनोत्सुकः
Very good. Once. सूर्ये चास्तं गते रात्रौ
सूर्ये चास्तं गते रात्रौ
देहं संक्षिप्य मारुतिः
देहं संक्षिप्य मारुतिः
वृषदंशकमात्रः सन्
विशदंशकमात्रः सन्
मात्रः सन् इस्
मात्रः सन्
बभूवाद्भुतदर्शनः
बभूवाद्भुतदर्शनः
सूर्ये चास्तं गते रात्रौ देहं संक्षिप्य मारुतिः
सूर्ये चास्तं गते रात्रौ देहं संक्षिप्य मारुतिः
वृषदंशकमात्रः सन् बभूवाद्भुतदर्शनः
वृषदंशकमात्रः सन् बभूवाद्भुतदर्शनः
What is the Visarga pronunciation there?
मात्रः सन्
Matrah san.
मात्रः सन्
When ish is there, it becomes, when shakara is there, it will become ish. When sakara is there, it will become is. When pakaraha is there, it becomes if. And when kakaraha is there, then it becomes ich. So vrishadam shakamatrasan, it starts with sa, right? So you say matrasan.
मात्रः सन्
Is matrasan. One more time.
should not be evident, no?
No, the visarga becomes is when we
Is.
say it together. The vrishadam shakamatraha san, that is when you say the visarga there. But because of the chandas and the tune we are saying by pada, right? So when we say by pada, we first pada, we say it together. So we say the visarga together. So vrishadam shakamatrasan.
Vrishadam shakamatrah san.
Correct. बभूवाद्भुतदर्शनः.
Bhuvadbhutadarshanah.
Correct. प्रदोषकाले हनुमान्
Pradoshakale Hanuman.
तूर्णमुत्प्लुत्य वीर्यवान्.
Turnamukplupya Viryavan.
प्रविवेश पुरीं रम्याम्
Pravivesha Purim Ramyam.
सुविभक्तमहापथाम्.
Suvibhakta Mahapatham.
प्रदोषकाले हनुमान् तूर्णमुत्प्लुत्य वीर्यवान्.
Pradoshakale Hanuman. Turnamukplupya Viryavan.
Correct, very good.
Another
Pravivesha.
challenge.
That is another one, no? Turna mut. It's actually Turnam Utplutya. That is a split there. So Turna Mut. So it is Ip there and Lu beneath that. So Turna Mutplutya Viryavan.
Turnamukplupya Viryavan.
Pravivesha Purim Ramyam Suvibhakta Mahapatham.
Pravivesha Purim Ramyam. Suvibhakta Mahapatham.
Prasadamala Vitatam.
Prasadamala Vitatam.
स्तंभै कांचनराजतैः.
Stambhai Kanchanarajataihi.
शातकुम्भमयैर्जालैः.
Shatakumbhamayirchalaihi.
गन्धर्वनगरोपमाम्.
Gandharvanagaropamam.
प्रासादमाला वितताम् स्तम्भैः काञ्चनराजतैः.
Prasadamala Vitatam. Stambhai Kanchanarajataihi.
शातकुम्भमयैर्जालैः गन्धर्वनगरोपमाम्.
Shatakumbhamayirchalaihi. Gandharvanagaropamam.
गन्धर्वनगरोपमाम्.
Gandharvanagaropamam.
सप्तभूमाष्टभूमैश्च
Saptabhumashtbhumaischa.
भूमैश्च
Bhumaischa.
correct सददर्श महापुरीम्.
Sadadarsha Mahapurim.
तलैस्फटिकसङ्कीर्णैः.
Talai Spatika Sankirnaihi.
स्फटिक
Talai Spatika
the
Sankirnaihi. Spatika.
Sphatika. The fur there becomes fur, right? In Sanskritam, we don't have fur. Kartasvara vibhushitaihi.
Kartasvara Vibhushitaihi.
So Kartasvara. So because there is a dvitva here. So you say Kar, Tas, again Swara vibhushitaihi. Go ahead.
Kartasvara Vibhushitaihi.
सप्तभूमाष्टभूमैश्च सददर्श महापुरीम्.
सप्तभूमाष्टभूमैश्च सददर्श महापुरीम्
तलैः स्फटिकसङ्कीर्णैः कार्तस्वरविभूषितैः
तलैः स्फटिकसङ्कीर्णैः कार्तस्वरविभूषितैः
वैडूर्यमणिचित्रैश्च
वैडूर्यमणिचित्रैश्च
मुक्ताजालविभूषितैः
मुक्ताजालविभूषितैः
तलैः शुशुभिरेतानि.
तलैः सुशिभिरेतानि
Here you have to say ish. तलैः शुशुभिरेतानि.
तलैः शुशुभिरेतानि
One more time.
तलैः
You're
शुशुभिरेतानि
still saying talaih. It is talaish because there is a visarga here. What is the next aksharam? It is shu, right? Sh. So you have to say talaish.
तलैः शुशिभिरेतानि
Bhavananyatra rakshasam.
भवनान्यत्र रक्षसाम्
वैडूर्यमणिचित्रैश्च मुक्ताजालविभूषितैः
वैडूर्यमणिचित्रैश्च मुक्ताजालविभूषितैः
तलैः शुशुभिरेतानि भवनान्यत्र रक्षसाम्
तलैः शुशिभिरेतानि भवनान्यत्र रक्षसाम्
काञ्चनानि विचित्राणि
काञ्चनानि विचित्राणि
तोरणानि च रक्षसाम्.
तोरणानि च रक्षसाम्
The next one is tricky. लङ्कामुद्योतयामासुः.
लङ्कामुद्योतयामासुः
Correct. Lankam. It's actually Lankam Udyotayamasu. So Lankam, it is id, the, and then yo, dyo. So it is if you look at English, Lankam Udyotayamasuhu.
लङ्कामुद्योतयामासुः
Sarvatah Samalankritam.
सर्वतः समलङ्कताम्
Very good. Kanchanani Vichitrani. तोरणानि च रक्षसाम्.
काञ्चनानि विचित्राणि तोरणानि च रक्षसाम्
लङ्कामुद्योतयामासुः सर्वतः समलङ्कृताम्.
लङ्कामुद्योतयामासुः सर्वतः लङ्कामुद्यतोयामासुः सर्वतः समलङ्कताम्
Second line.
लङ्कामुद्योतयामासुः सर्वतः समलङ्कृताम्
Last two words.
समलङ्कृताम्
Last two words together.
सर्वतः समलङ्कृताम्
Correct. So you should say is there. लङ्कामुद्योतयामासुः सर्वतः समलङ्कृताम्.
लङ्कामुद्योतयामासुः सर्वतः समलङ्कृताम्
अचिन्त्यामद्भुताकाराम्.
अचिन्त्यामद्भुताकाराम्
दृष्ट्वा लङ्कां महाकपिः.
दृष्ट्वा लङ्कां महाकपिः
आसीद्विषण्णो हृष्टश्च.
आसीद्विषण्णो दुष्टश्च आसीद्विष्णु
One second. Asid, this is ver here. Vishanno, this is hr. Hrishtascha.
आसीद्विषन्नो दृष्टश्च
आसीद्विषण्णो हृष्टश्च
आसीद्विषन्नो हृष्टश्च
वैदेह्यादर्शनोत्सुकः.
वैदेह्यादर्शनोत्सुकः.
करेक्ट. अचिन्त्यामद्भुताकारां दृष्ट्वा लङ्कां महाकपिः.
अचिन्त्यामद्भुताकारां दृष्ट्वा लङ्कामहाकपिः.
आसीद्विषण्णो हृष्टश्च वैदेह्यादर्शनोत्सुकः.
आसीद्विषण्णो हृष्टश्च वैदेह्यादर्शनोत्सुकः.
This is the other tune. स पाण्डुरोद्विग्धविमानमालिनी.
स पाण्डुरोद्विग्धविमानमालिनी.
One more time.
स पाण्डुरोद्विग्धविमानमालिनीं.
Vidh.
पाण्डुरु
पाण्डुरोद्विग्ध.
पाण्डुरुद्विग्ध.
You want to see here Pandurodvidha. So Pandurodvidha. So you have to say the dvitva there. So Sa Pandurodvidha.
पाण्डुरोद्विग्ध.
Ah, Dvidha. Viman.
स पाण्डुरोद्विग्धविमानमालिनीं.
महार्हजाम्बूनदजालतोरणाम्.
महार्हजाम्बूनदजालतोरणम्.
One more time. महार्हजाम्बूनद.
महार्हजाम्बूनदजालतोरणाम्.
One more time.
महार्हजाम्बूनदजालतोरणाम्.
स पाण्डुरोद्विग्धविमानमालिनीम्.
स पाण्डुरोद्विग्धविमानमालिनीम्.
महार्हजाम्बूनदजालतोरणाम्.
महार्हजाम्बूनदजालतोरणाम्.
यशस्विनीं रावणबाहुपालिताम्.
यशस्विनीं रावणबाहुपालिताम्.
क्षपाचरैर्भीमबलैः समावृताम्.
क्षपाचरैः भीमबलैः समावृताम्.
स पाण्डुरोद्विग्धविमानमालिनीम्. महार्हजाम्बूनदजालतोरणाम्.
स पाण्डुरोद्विग्धविमानमालिनीं. महर्हजाम्बूनदजालतोरणाम्.
Read only the second pada. Pandurodvidha.
स पाण्डुरोद्विग्धविमानमालिनीं. महर्हजाम्बूनदजालतोरणाम्.
Very good. यशस्विनीं रावणबाहुपालिताम्. क्षपाचरैर्भीमबलैः समावृताम्.
यशस्विनीं रावणबाहुपालितां. क्षपाचरैः भीमबलैः समावृताम्.
Yashasvini. I am hearing Yashasvini. Yashasvini.
यशस्विनीं.
Ah.
यशस्विनीं रावणबाहुपालितां. क्षपाचरैः भीमबलैः समावृताम्.
Very good. Chandropi sachivyamivaस्य कुर्वन्.
चन्द्रोऽपि साचिव्यमिवास्य कुर्वन्.
तारागणैर्मध्यगतो विराजन्.
तारागणैर्मध्यगतो विराजन्.
ज्योत्स्नावितानेन वितत्य लोकम्
ज्योत्स्ना ज्योत्
ज्योत्स्ना
ज्योत्स्नावितातेन नेन ज्योत्स्नावितानेन वितत्य लोकम्
उत्तिष्ठतेनैक सहस्ररश्मिः
तिष्ठरेनैकसहस्रश् सहस्र
सहस्र. Read this pada.
Sahasra. Ta is also there. Sahasra. Just
Aha, it is sahasra. No, no. Read the pada before.
Utishtate.
Uttishtate. Uttishtatenैकसहस्ररश्मिः. You can see here. Sahasra. Sahasra.
Oh, I had ta also.
No.
Utishtatenैकसहस्ररश्मिः
चन्द्रोऽपि साचिव्यमिवास्य कुर्वन् तारागणैर्मध्यगतो विराजन्
चन्द्रोऽपि सचिव्यमिवास्य कुर्वन्
one more time.
चन्द्रोऽपि साचिव्यमिवास्य कुर्वन् तारागणैर्मध्यगतो विराजन्
ज्योत्स्नावितानेन वितत्य लोकम् उत्तिष्ठतेनैकसहस्ररश्मिः
ज्योत्स्नावितानेन
फर्स्ट पद
ज्योत्स्नावितानेन वितत्य लोकम् उत्तिष्ठतेनैकसहस्ररश्मि सहस्ररश्मि
second line one more time.
उत्तिष्ठते that one
second line fully. Jyotsna.
okay,
It's basically here, one second. Ijyo, it, is, there is na here. Jyotsna, there.
ज्योत्स्नावितानेन वितत्य लोकम् उत्तिष्ठतेनैकसहस्ररश्मिः.
Correct, very good. शङ्खप्रभं क्षीरमृणाल वर्णम्
शङ्खप्रभं क्षीरमृणालवर्णम्.
Very good. उद्गच्छमानं व्यवभासमानम्
उद्घश्यमानं व्यवभासमानम्.
This word?
उद्घश्यमानं व्यवभासमानम्. उद्घश्यमानम्.
There is, I'm hearing a is there. Gachati. Udgachamanam. Udgachanam means rising. Like Kshiram Udgachati means pal pongar, the milk is boiling, rising. Here I think the moon. Udgachamanam vyavabhasamanam.
Udgachamanam vyavabhasamanam.
Very good. Dadarsha Chandram Sahari Praviraha.
Dadarsha Chandram Sahari Praviraha.
Dvitva there. Hari Praviraha.
Hari Praviraha.
So pra is ip plus ra. So you say Harip Praviraha. You say extra ip there. So that's called Dvitva. Dvi means two. So you say the aksharam, the first vyanjana aksharam, first mayurthu twice. Dadarsha Chandram Sahari Praviraha.
Dadarsha Chandram Sahari Praviraha.
Poplooyamanam Sarasiva Hamsam.
Poplooyamanam Sarasiva Hamsam.
Shankhaprabham Kshiramrunalavarnam Udgachamanam Vyavabhasamanam.
Shankhaprabham Kshiramrunalavarnam Udgachamanam Vyavabhasamanam.
Dadarsha Chandram Sahari Praviraha. Poplooyamanam Sarasiva Hamsam.
ददर्श चन्द्रं स हरिप्रवीरः ओप्लूयमानं सरसीव हंसम्.
Very good. इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकीये
इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकीये
आदिकाव्ये सुन्दरकाण्डे
आदिकाव्ये सुन्दरकाण्डे
निशागमप्रतीक्षा नाम द्वितीयः सर्गः सम्पूर्णः.
निशागमप्रतीक्षा नाम द्वितीयः सर्गः सम्पूर्णः.
So when you say it, निशागमप्रतीक्षा नाम द्वितीयः सर्गः.
निशागमप्रतीक्षा
Dvitva
नाम
there. निशागमप्रतीक्षा na ip. You have to say it twice.
निशागमप्रतीक्षा नाम द्वितीयः सर्गः
द्वितीयः सर्गः.
द्वितीयः सर्गः.
You're saying ich there. You're saying dvitiyah sargah. It is dvitiyah sargah.
द्वितीयः सर्गः
Sampurnah. Very good. Very good. You want to try chanting Bagni?
Yeah.
41. Yeah.
Chant.
Very well repeated. Go ahead.
न विनश्येत् कथं कार्यं. Tune I forgot.
न विनश्येत् कथं कार्यं वैक्लव.
न विनश्येत् कथं कार्यं वैक्लव्यं न कथं भवेत्. लङ्कनं च समुद्रस्य कथं नु न वृथा भवेत्.
Second line, Mahapranah and Katham. Last time also you say Kadam. Second line.
लङ्घनं च समुद्रस्य कथं नु न वृथा भवेत्.
Chant a little slower. You'll get little more time to read and for the brain to connect.
मयि दृष्टे तु रक्षोभिः रामस्य विदितात्मनः भवेद् भयर्थमिदं कार्यम्.
First word. Second line, first word.
भवेद्यर्थमिदं
Bhaved vyartha. Vyartha means waste. Bhaved vyarthamidam karyam.
भवेद्यर्थमिदं कार्यम्. अर्थ भवेद्यर्थमिदं कार्यम्.
Bhaved, English part. Bhaved vyartha.
Okay.
So this is id then va.
भवेद्यर्थमिदं कार्यं रावणानर्थमिच्छतः.
When these multiple sayukta aksharas are there, I also look at the English text. Sometimes it's very confusing. So whenever I have, I'm reading it for the first time, I make sure that sometimes you have id, dha, ya together, id, dha, ba, badhwa. That is another challenging one. You have ba, id, va, where the va is connected. So it takes practice.
Everything is connected. Da, ya, va, everything is
connected. So bhaved vyartha. Bhaved vyartha midam karyam. Continue.
भवेद्यर्थमिदं कार्यं रावणानर्थमिच्छतः. न हि शक्यं क्वचित् न हि शक्यं क्वचित् स्थातुम्.
It is ik plus va, so kwa.
न हि शक्यं क्वचित्
nahi
शक्यं न हि शक्यं क्वचित् स्थातुम् अविज्ञातेन राक्षसैः अपि राक्षसरूपेण हिंसान्नेन केनचित् वायुरप्यत्र वाज्ञातः वाज्ञातः नाज्ञातः वायुरप्यत्र नाज्ञातः सरेदिति मतेर्मम न ह्यस्य विदितं किञ्चित्
Excellent.
दानां बलीयसाम्
Very good.
इहाहं यदि तिष्ठामि स्वेन
Tishtami.
इहाहं यदि तिष्ठामि स्वेन रूपेण संवृतः विनाशमुपयास्यामि हर्तुरर्थस्य हीयते तदहं स्वेन रूपेण रजन्यां ह्रस्वतं गतः तदहं स्वेन रूपेण रजन्यां ह्रस्वतां मृगतः
Hasvatam gatah.
ह्रस्वतां गतः लङ्कामधिपतिष्यामि राघवस्याथ सिद्धये रावणस्य पुरीं रात्रौ प्रविश्य सुदुरासदाम् विचिन्व भवनं सर्वं विचिन्वन् सर्वं द्रक्ष्यामि जनकात्मजाम् इति संचिन्त्य हनुमान् सूरस्यास्तमयं कपिः आचकाङ्क्षे तदा वीरो वैदेह्या दर्शनोत्सुकः सूर्यें चास्तगते
Again.
सूर्ये चास्तं गते रात्रौ देहं संक्षिप्य मारुतिः वृषदंशकमात्रः सन् बभूवाद्भुतदर्शनः
Correct.
प्रदोषकाले हनुमान् प्रदोषकाले हनुमान् तूर्णमुत्प्लुत्य वीर्यवान्.
One more time.
तूर्णमुत्प्लुत्य वीर्यवान्.
Correct. Turna mutplutya. Correct.
प्रदोषकाले हनुमान् तूर्णमुत्प्लुत्य वीर्यवान् प्रविवेश पुरीं रम्यां सुविभक्त महापथाम् प्रासादमालवितताम्.
One more time.
प्रासादमालावितताम्.
Mala.
प्रासादमालाविततां स्तम्भैः काञ्चन राजतः काञ्चन राजतः
Raja.
तैः प्रासादमालाविततां स्तम्भैः काञ्चन राजतैः
Stambai. You don't say stambaihi. You say stambaih kanchana rajataihi.
स्तम्भैः काञ्चन राजतैः.
You have to fix your Visarga pronunciations.
प्रासादमालाविततां स्तम्भैः कालराजतैः. स्तम्भैः काञ्चनराजतैः.
Correct. So when you say it together, say it slowly.
स्तम्भैः काञ्चनराजतैः.
Stambaih. You have to say ih there. Stambaih kanchana rajataihi.
स्तम्भैः काञ्चनराजतैः.
Correct.
शातकुम्भमैर्जालैः गन्धर्वनगरोपमाम् सप्तभूमाष्टभूमैश्च सददर्श महापुरीं कलैः
Very good.
स्फटिकसङ्कीर्णैः कार्तस्व
One second.
कार्तस्वर
No. Do talai one more time.
कलैः स्फटिकसङ्कीर्णैः
Naihi. There is a nai sankirnaihi.
सङ्कीर्णैः
Ah.
कलैः स्फटिकसङ्कीर्णैः कार्तस्वरविभूषितैः
Ah. वैडूर्यमणिचित्रैश्च
वैडूर्यमणिचित्रैश्च मुक्ताजालविभूषितैः शुशिभिरैतानि भवनान्यत्र रक्षसाम्
Read this.
तलैः शुशिभिरैता वैडूर्यमणिचित्रैः
No. Just read this.
तलैः शुशिभिरे
Talaish shushubhire.
तलैः शुशिभिरे
One second. There is a disturbance also in your line. I think everybody's kind of managing the voice is going in and out a little bit. It's been like that from the beginning, but we are able to hear. 1 second. So just a little slower and read these two padas together.
तलैः शुशिभिरे
See, you're saying talaih.
Okay.
What should it be?
तलैः शुशिभिरे
Talaih shushubhire tani.
तलैः शुशिभिरे तानि
Whenever there is a visarga, automatically your mind says ha. Talaih shushubhire, which is wrong. So it depends on the visarga pronunciation. When you're joining two padas together, it will be dependent on what follows the visarga. So talaih shushubhire tani.
तलैः शुशिभिरे तानि भवनान्यत्र रक्षसाम्
Very good.
काञ्चनानि विचित्राणि तोरणानि च रक्षसाम् लङ्कामुद्योतयामासुः सर्वतः लङ्कामुद्यतोतयामासुः सर्वतः
First time you read it right.
लङ्कतः
Read this.
लङ्कामुद्योतयामासुः सर्वतः समलङ्कृताम्
Read only these two padas. Don't go to the first pada. Read only these two together.
समलङ्कृताम्
No. Sarvata and Samalakritam.
सर्वतः समलङ्कृताम्
Correct. Sarvata Samalankritam.
सर्वतः समलङ्कृताम्
The crew kritam ik plus r Krishna, right? We don't say Krushna, right?
Yes.
Sarvata Samalankritam.
सर्वतः समलङ्कृताम् कृताम्
Even I noticed it that in drushte, you have to fix when the akshara is the sanyukta plus the rakara, you have to fix that. It's okay. It's not if I had to be very picky, right? Because our other pronunciations are right. So
that is Telugu accent.
oh, Telugu is it? Okay.
अचिन्त्यमासद्भुताकाराम्
One more time.
अचिन्त्यमद्भुताकाराम् दृष्ट्वा लङ्कामहाकपिः आसीत् विषण्णो दृष्टश्च वैद्यादर्शनोत्सुकः
स
मानमालिनी महाचाम्बूनजालतोरणाम्
Last word.
महार्हजाम्बूनदजालतोरणम्.
Correct. One more time.
Mahartha Jambunada Jalathoranam Yashasvinim Ravan
Yashasvini.
Yashasvinim
Yashas, not Yashash.
Yashasvinim Ravana Bahupalitam Kshamacharet Bhima Bhalaihi Samavrutam.
Correct.
Chandropi Sachintavyamivasya Miva
Okay,
Chandropi
once again, slow down a little bit. Just take one step slower.
Chandropi Sachivyamivasya Kruvan Taraganairmadhyagate Virajan
Adya.
Taraganairmadhye Gato Virajan.
Wrong. One more time.
Taraganairmadhyagato Virajan.
Correct.
Josna Vitanena Josna.
Jyotsna.
Jyotsna Vitanena Vitatyalokam Uttishthate Naikasahasrashmihi
Sahasrarashmihi.
Naikasahasrashmihi
Sahasranamam. So that's Sahasra. Naika Sahasrarashmihi. 1,000 rays.
Uttishthate Naikasahasrashmihi.
Correct.
Tankaprabham Ksheramrunaalavarnam Udgacchamanam Yavabhasamanam Tadarsha Chandram Shaharipraviraha Pluyamanam Sarasivahamsam.
What?
Popluya.
Popluya.
Chandram Saharipraviraha Popluyamanam Sarasivahamsam.
Very good.
Ityarshi Srimad
Ityarshe.
Srimad Ramayane Valmikiye Adikavye Sundarakande Nishagama Pratikshanama Dvitiyaha Sargaha Sampurnaha. Nishagama Pratikshanama Dvitiyah Sarga Sampurnaha.
Sargaha.
Dvitiya Sargaha.
Dvitiya Sargaha.
Dvitiya Sargaha.
I'm only hearing Dvitiya Sargaha. Dvitiya Sargaha.
Dvitiya Sargaha.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Well repeated, Bhagini. Keep it up.
They're all tough words, madam.
With practice, you will get it. I also struggle. When I read for the very first time, I'm learning Sundara Kandam with everybody now. No, I am just a little bit ahead because I have to come and teach. I am just a little bit ahead. So when I encounter the Sarga for the very first time, I also struggle. So it just comes with practice.
The later part of the second Sarga, I think it's challenging.
Little bit. It is little bit challenging. Yeah.
I don't know how many people. So thank you for bearing with me, all of you.
No, I think you did very well. You did very well.
Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha, Bhagini. Ram Ram. 56. 56. I have the windows. Sapanduro Dvidha. So Dvitiya, it is Dvi. Sapanduro Dvidha Vimana Malini Maharha Jambunada Jalatoranam Yashasvinim Ravana Bahupalitam Kshapachareir Bhima Bhalai Samavritam. I think that part is okay. Sapanduro Dvidha. So here, because id plus ba is there, you have to say the id twice. Sa pandurod dvid. So if you want, you add an additional id there here. That's what will happen. Sa Panduro Dvidha Vimana Mani Maharha Jambunada Chalatorana. So that is 56. Saraswati ji, I think the split is okay. Now, okay, 42. Mai Drishtetu Rakshobhi Rahamasya Viditatmanah. Okay, so this word. Bhaved Vyartha Midam. So Bhaved Vyartha Midam Karyam. Bhaved Vyartha Midam Karyam. Ravananartha Michataha. Bhaved Vyartha Midam Karyam. (42) Satyavati ji, I hope it's clear now. I think a few padas are a little tongue twisters. Actually, I recently recorded a sarga, I don't know which one. The whole thing is in the other tune. It was very, very challenging. It was in the entire sarga is in this format. I don't know which number, 4 or 5. 3 or 4 or 5, I think it's 4 or 5, I think. Smaller set only, but yeah, to keep the tune and the pace and the padas split, I found it quite challenging. Okay, we'll go to the meaning part. I think Rekha ji is doing today. Ram Rekha ji. So you'll do 21 to Namaskara.
Ram Vani ji.
Namaskara. 20. There. All yours.
Vani ji.
Namaste, Ram Ram.
Ram Vani. Am I audible?
You're breaking up a little bit. Why don't you start and we'll see.
Namaskaram to all. In Sarga 1, Hanuman completed his journey starting from the Mahendra mountain and ended in Triputagiri mountain, where he sees the extremely beautiful Lanka city. In the first 20 slokas, am I audible? Am I clear, Vaniji?
You're breaking up a lot.
Okay. I will put on to the speaker.
Okay, let's try.
In the first 20 shlokas of second Sarga, Hanuman just enters Lanka. He admires the beauty of Lanka, the different types of trees, flowers, birds, animals, water bodies with lotus and lilies, beautiful roads, and beautiful, magnificent houses. From Shloka 21, Hanuman continues to describe Lanka. In Shloka 21, Hanuman compares the city of Lanka to a woman. The tall walls and forts are compared to the broad waist. Water in broad moats were like the clothings. Destructive weapons and spears over the fort are like the ornaments. The sky which is covering the city looks like a canopy, and it is compared with the dark hair of a woman. In Shloka 22, Hanuman just thinks about the beautiful architectural efficiency of Vishwakarma, and he enters the northern gate to start his search for Sita Mata. In Shloka 23, Hanuman looks at the marvelous city, which had huge and tall buildings, which were looking as though they were touching the sky. Hanuman thought he was standing on top of Kailasha mountain. In Shloka 24, Hanuman continues to see, and he thinks, previously this was the land of Kubera, and he was living with Ashtalakshmis. Such is the splendor of this place. But now he sees the place having full of horribly looking Rakshasas, and he even feels this looks like a land of snake, Bhogavati. In Shloka 25, Hanuman sees numerous Rakshasas with huge protruding teeth, carrying mighty and terrifying weapons protecting the city. He even feels this looks like a cave being guarded by multiple poisonous snakes. As a whole, Hanuman feels Lanka is astonishing yet fearful. Hanuman feels Lanka looks like a heaven, but it's like a Naraka Loka. From Shloka 26, Hanuman starts thinking about numerous things. In Shloka 26, Hanuman thinks of the terrible enemy Ravana. While Hanuman is standing on the island Lanka, he is able to see ocean on one side and land on the other side, which means Hanuman is still on the border of Lanka. He has not entered inside the city. In Shloka 27, he feels this place can't be conquered even by the celestial devas. He adds, if my fellow monkeys come, how they will be able to come inside and conquer this place? In Shloka 28, he thinks, will Rama and my fellow mates will also be able to cross these huge buildings? Even if Rama comes inside, will he be able to fight the enemies? Ravana has given such a huge protection for this place. In Shloka 29, Hanuman further thinks, even if we use Samadana Bheda Danda, it will be extremely difficult to fight against these Rakshasas. In Shloka 30, Hanuman gains confidence. He thinks, Angada, Neela, Sugriva, and myself, we all can cross and come and implement some strategy, and we should win over these Rakshasas. In Shloka 31, his thoughts have gone to the next stage. He thinks, is Sita Mata alive or not now? Only after I see her, I pay my respects to her, I will think of the next plan of action. In Shloka 32, he thinks how to enter Lanka since he's still standing on the Trikuta Parvata. He thinks, my aim is to bring victory to Sri Raghava, and I will devote all my energy only to this and not to any unwanted thoughts. Hanuman further thinks in Shloka 33, it is not possible for me to enter this city in my huge form as I am now, where there are lots of horrible and mighty strong Rakshasas. He thinks in 34, I need to deceive the Rakshasas somehow, and I have to find out Sita Mata. In Shloka 35, he thinks, day in and day out, Rakshasas are guarding the city. So I have to take both a visible yet an invisible form to accomplish the difficult task of finding the whereabouts of Sita Mata. In Shloka 36, he again thinks deeply how to go inside the city and starts planning, because he thinks even celestial devas can't enter the place so easily. In Shloka 37, Hanuman thinks, by what strategy can I enter and trace Sita Mata without being detected by these Rakshasas and the sinful Ravana? Thinks Hanuman. In Shloka 38, he thinks, no way I can fail in this process. I have to see Sita Mata and report to Lord Ram. Hanuman focused again and again and again on his task. In Shloka 39, Hanuman thinks, I should do this at the right time and the right place. I should not fail my duty as a messenger. I should have a steady mind and I should do a structured task. In Shloka 40, he thinks, I should not be even overconfident. I should not overthink and I should not destroy this task. Hanuman thinks of only planning and structuring how to do the task. This is the piece of advice Hanuman gives to all of us too. Let's see what happens next.
I'm not letting you go. Excellent, excellent, Rekha-ji, as usual. Wonderful modulation as well. Before you go, can you tell us about your Sankalpa that you had did for Margari?
It's all started with you, Vaniji. It's because
That's
only
fine.
because of you.
That's fine. You tell me your Sankalpa and what you had done. I'm going to see.
I didn't know. The classes you made, I know something I thought and I should do only this Hanuman. I was thinking of a name. So it came as Andalam and Anjaneyanam. So it just went on like that. That's it. So every day I will see the Tirupavai and I will see something, grace through the Sundarakandam and I will get something and I was doing it. That's all, Vaniji. In fact, I'm feeling now.
What were you doing? The satsang members here don't know what you did, right? So can you explain?
I usually do Tirupavai columns. So this year I did a comparative column of Andal and Anjaneyanam. So I will take the day one of Tirupavai and compare it with some piece of Sundarakandam. But I made sure that the story of Sundarakandam also falls along with. So this is how I did. So day 2 Tirupavai with some portion of Sundarakandam. Day 3 Tirupavai has a basic script. We know what is there, it is written. But for the Sundarakandam part, I used to search and get something which is related to the Tirupavai, and I used to do it in as a column. That's it.
Do you have anything off the top? I'm actually looking at the group to see if I can actually share an example. In the meantime, do you remember anything off the top of your head? Any Tirupavai that where you and I were discussing something? I don't remember. Like
everything was very difficult, Bhagini. That's the main thing. Everything was very difficult. Yeah. I used to think I may not get it. Suddenly, on the night I will get some flare and something will click in. I don't know how it all went. Really, I don't know because I don't know Sundarakandam at all. I know only the basic skeleton only I know. Right. Otherwise, I didn't know anything. But I was able to feel that Swami's presence, Vanija. I would like to tell this. When I want, I will not be having any clue anywhere. But something I will be doing, especially the thing when Andal sleeps and she wakes her friend. When she wakes up her friend, so she will be describing about the pattu method in which she will be sleeping. She is a very rich girl, so all the ornaments will be there. All the grandeur of the bedroom will be described in Tirupavai, in one Tirupavai. I had no idea, so I just wanted to compare Ravana sleeping with Mandodari or somebody, and I just drew the column. I didn't know anything. And my procedure is I will do the column, I will do the thing, and then I will go and search for the script in book, and then I will write the script, and I used to do that. So when I did the column, I did a simple column. So a friend is lying on the bed, and the second column, I just wiped the friend, and then I converted that Ravana sleeping with one lady, that's it. But when I went and saw the script, it was exactly the same. Like in that house, the friend used to have a Narmanam Gamaram and the Gandam Ellam Vandandranda. It was mentioned. And when I saw the book, even Ravana's room had the same.
So she did this. I could have explained this, but I wanted her to actually say it. So on all the 30 days, it's no easy feat at all. I think she spent about 2 hours, 2.5 hours every day, or maybe more, just doing the column alone. And then the title of the Sankalpa that she had made, this year it was Andalum Anjaneyanum. The previous year, because we had started Sundarakandam, it was Andalum Ambalum. And there was a comparison between Tirupavai and Ambal. So I'm just going to quickly share the, I know we have to do the, so I have asked Rekha ji to do a compilation of all the 30 days so that we can post in our channel and everybody can enjoy the bliss that we did. The live chanting members have a group, and that is where she posted every day, and we were blessed to see not only the column but her explanation connecting Tirupavai and Sundarakandam. So This is one example. So I think this is on the 13th. So this must have been 29th Pasturam that she has explained here. So I think, I don't know, I'm just guessing here. I didn't get a chance to listen to all, but Itrikkum Eru Piravikkum Mundanodu. So Hanuman didn't want to go back. Do you want to explain this? What was your rationale behind connecting Hanuman here with Rama and Sita in his heart? And Andar, who was praying to Lord Krishna's feet and didn't want to, and said, I'm okay taking multiple janmas if, I can be with you, Krishna. Do you want to connect the two quickly, Rekha ji?
You have said it, Vani. The same thing. Andal doesn't want to leave Krishna, and so Hanuman also doesn't want to leave Rama and Sita. When Rama asks Hanuman, let's come, let's go to Vaikuntha. So Hanuman asks whether Ramanama will be there, and Rama says, no, there will be no Ramanama. So he says, I will not come there. I will be in this loka where people chant your name. So I will be here, and we all believe that Hanuman still lives with us. Whenever we chant his name or Rama's name, Hanuman will be there with us always.
And yeah, so I think after we have said this, everybody will be extremely curious to know the 30-day compilation. Please get Tarun to do it and share, Rekha ji. Excellent. Thank you so much.
It all started because of you. Without your guidance or without your inspiration, I would not have done this. Thanks to Swami first, and thanks to you, Aniji. I can never forget this Manjari in my life.
Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. I think whatever the seed is, and ultimately we have to put in the effort, dedicating 30 days to Kolam, to coming up with the concept, meticulously doing it, thinking about how to connect, verifying facts. At times she used to message me asking, did he do this before or did he do this after? Then I'll have to go and cross check and verify and confirm, because we don't want to state something which is incorrect. So how meticulously she had planned and executed. The entire satsang was in awe for 30 days. In Tamil we'll say, இப்படியும் ஒருத்தரால யோசிக்க முடியுமா, இப்படியும் execute பண்ண முடியுமா? Is it possible for somebody to conceive something at this level? And that is possible only with divine blessings. And I'm 100% sure that Rekha ji has that blessings. So we'll wait for the compilation, and then I will post it in the channel. Thank you so much, Rekha ji. Wonderful meaning and explanation today as well. With your soft voice, the entire crew is crazy about her voice and dedication, the way she gives her modulation as well. Okay, back to our Hanuman. So that is where Hanuman was. He is still in the outskirts of the city, looking at Lanka, admiring and awestruck by the beauty of the city. And now he is about to enter the city. And the last set of shlokas of Sarga 2, that is what is being described. We'll go to 41. Na vinashyet katham karyam vaiklavyam na katham bhaved langhanam cha samudrasya katham nu na vritha bhaved. So Hanuman was contemplating just about few shlokas back. He was like, how would Rama come here? Is it possible? Who else will be able to come here? He was thinking ahead. He was jumping the gun and he was thinking ahead, and then he wanted to take a step back. So he is reiterating in his mind, na vinashyet, this task. Vinashyam means destruction, but in this context, it is failing. What should not fail? Karyam. At any cost, this karyam that Hanuman has taken, sankalpa, should not fail. Vaiklavyam means I should not experience any kind of confusion, any kind of disturbance in my mind. It is not going to be constructive to the task at all. Katham bhaved, how will it be? How can confusion be avoided? So that is how the question should be interpreted. Langhanam, cha samudrasya katham nuna vritha bhavet. So he has taken the effort to cross the entire ocean. It is not something which is easily achievable. It is not a small feat at all. So he has taken so much effort to cross the ocean. And while he was crossing, it was not a cakewalk. He had obstacles and he had to deal with the obstacles as well. So, Langhanam, the jump, crossing over, should not become vritha. Vritha means waste or in vain. So, how can the effort that he has put in to cross the ocean go in vain? So, Hanuman is kind of telling this to himself, self-motivating or being aware, more than motivating, being aware that the task that he has undertaken, it should not fail. How can it fail? He should avoid confusion by all means. How can he be confused? How can the effort that he has taken to cross over the ocean go in vain? Mayi drishte tu rakshobhi ramasya viditatmanah bhavet vyartham idam karyam ravana anartham ichatah. So he's saying that Mayi drishte, if I am seen, by whom? Rakshobhihi. The Sandhi rule becomes bhi there. So Rakshobhihi, by the Rakshasas. Ramasya viditatmanah. Viditatmanah here, somebody who is noble-minded. Who is noble-minded here? Rama is noble-minded. And of that Rama, bhavet vyartham means it will become waste. It will become futile. Idam karyam, this task. So this task of Rama, what kind of Rama? Noble hearted, noble minded, noble soul Rama. Ravana anartham ichatah. So it will hinder the Rama's karyam. Everything will become futile, and of course what will happen is that Rama intends to kill Ravana. He is not going to leave Ravana. That will also not happen. So anartham ichatah. So if Hanuman is seen by the Rakshasas, the task of Lord Rama, Sri Rama, who has such a noble mind, and what does Rama desire? Rama desires to slay Ravana. That will also become waste or futile. So he has two things in mind. Ramakaryam should be successful, which is for him finding Sita, and Rama also has the intent of coming and getting Sita back and punishing Ravana. Why would he just take Sita away and leave Ravana, right? So, and he knows in his mind, Ravana is not going to let go of him easily. So he is prepared for war with Ravana, and he has the intent of killing Ravana for the dharma karyam that he has performed. But if he here refers to Hanuman, if he is spotted by the Rakshasas, then everything will go futile. Nahi shakyam kvachit sthatum avijñātena rakshasaihi api rakshasa rupena kimu anyena kimutanyena kenachit. So he says it is impossible to stand here avijñātena rakshasaihi. By avijñātam means not known to, not detected by the Rakshasa. So any form that he takes, it is impossible to remain undetected by the Rakshasas. even if he comes as a Rakshasa Rupena, because even if he tries to deceive them, taking the form of a Rakshasa, they will be able to spot Hanuman and find out that he is not a fellow Rakshasa. So, kimuhu anyena kenachita. So, even if he takes, suppose he is a Rakshasa, even if he is a Rakshasa, they will easily find out. So, if he takes any other form, and in that natural form, if he roams about in the streets of Lanka, he is sure to be caught by the Rakshasa. So, he is taking very calculative steps before entering into the city of Lanka. He's still in the outskirts. So, even if he takes the Rakshasa Rupam, it is not possible to go undetected by the Rakshasas. So, he's telling himself that if he takes any other form, right, then he is sure to be caught by them. So, he has to be extremely careful in thinking about the next steps and entering into the city looking for Sita Mata. And he's thinking, Vayuhu api atra na agnyataha charet iti matihi mamaha. Matihi mama nahi asti. So the split there is nahi asti aviditam kinchita rakshasanam baliyasam. So he says, wind is something that everybody can feel, right? And even if there is a slight wind, these Rakshasas are so sharp. If there is a change in the wind pattern, they would be so alert. We all know that Sita is being held captive there. So Ravana is going to be double, triple careful about letting anything or anyone come into the city. So he would have instructed, saying that even if there is a slight movement here or there, I want all of you to be careful and make sure that you don't let go of the person who is trying to intrude. So here Hanuman says Vayuhu api. So in general, when there is movement, there is detection. We have these cameras that detect human movement, or if an intruder comes in, then it sets off the alarm, right? So similarly, Rakshasas would have been instructed to look for any movement, and even if there is a slight movement that happens due to Vayu, wind, they would be so alert. It will not go unnoticed. So that is what he is thinking. Matihi mama. He is thinking that I am thinking that even if there is a slight movement of wind, it will not go unnoticed by the Rakshasas. So I need to make sure that I go in a form which is not detectable, aviditam, detectable by them. And what kind of Rakshasas? The baliyasam, the powerful Rakshasa. So he is reiterating to himself that he cannot go in the Rakshasa form. If he goes in the Rakshasa form, even then they will find him out. If he takes any other form, he is sure to be caught. So because he's telling himself these Rakshasas are no normal Rakshasas, extremely powerful ones, that they are so sharp, and they have been instructed by Ravana that even if slight wind movement is there, even wind cannot move there without being noticed by this Rakshasas. What kind of Rakshasas? Powerful Rakshasas. So everything is known to them. There is nothing which is unknown to them. So I have to make sure that I am not caught by them. Iha aham yadi tisthami svena rupena samvritaha vinasham upayasyami bhartuhu arthaha cha hiyate. So he says, if he stays here, svena tisthami. What kind of svena? Svena means self. Rupena, in the form that he has. If he stands there, tishtami means I stand. So what will happen? Vinasham upayasyami. I will be destroyed. I risk being destroyed. So what will happen? Bhartuhu. Here Bhartuhu means Lord, somebody who supports him. That is why it's called Bharta. So Arthaha. Here Arthaha means the purpose. Piyate, that will also fail. So if he stands here and continues his journey of searching for Sita in the form that he currently possesses, he tells himself that I will reach the state of destruction. Vinasham upayasyami. I will reach the state of destruction. And then what will happen? The task or the goal of his Bhagavan, his God, right? His Swami, that will also completely fail, or it will be harmed. It cannot be successful. Tat aham svena rupena rajanyam hrasvatam gatah lankam adhipatishyami raghavasya artha siddhaye. So again he is reiterating, the only reason I am doing this is for Raghava, Raghava's goal, the accomplishment of artha siddhaye. Whatever purpose Rama has sent him, that is the only reason why he is here. And he keeps telling himself, I am doing this for Rama. I am doing this for Rama. Rama's goal should be successful. Rama should achieve what he wants to achieve. There is no way I should do something that will cause he is, I think at some level he would be okay even if he is harmed, but harm to him would mean that Rama's goal would not be successful. So that is why he keeps telling himself, Raghavasya artha siddhaye, for the accomplishment of Raghava, the goal of Raghava. So he says, Tat aham svena rupena. What will he do to that rupam? Rajanyam. Rajani means at night. Hrasvatam means I will Gataha, I will transform myself into a small form, small size. Hrasva means dwarf, small size. Lankam Adipatishyami, I will enter into Lanka in that form. And all the increasing my size, flying over, dealing with the hindrances across during the journey, landing and watching everything, being cautious, taking very careful strides. All this that I'm doing only for one reason. Raghavasya artha siddhaye, for the accomplishment of Rama's goal or Rama's purpose. Ravanasya purim ratrau pravishya sudurasadam vichinvan bhavanam sarvam drakshyami janakatmaja. So the city, Ravanasya Puri, the city of Lanka, ratrau pravishya, I will enter at night. Durasadam, this place which is extremely difficult to access. It is not easy to enter. So I have to think about how I want to enter, when I want to enter, and from where I want to enter. Which in one thinking that, and he will go and find Drakshyami, I will see. Which in one, searching for, thinking that he will get into the Bhavanam, all the houses there. Bhavanam Sarvam, I will go to all the houses which are there in the city. And then I am sure I will see Janakatmajam Drakshyami. Janakatmajam refers to Sita. I will find or I will see Sita. So he is entering a city which is not easily accessible, easily approachable. So he decides, I will enter the city in a form which is Hrasvam, which is small sized, and I will search all the bhavanams, all the mansions, all the houses in that city. And I'm sure I will find Sita, which in one means searching for Sita, and I will find. Drakshyami means I will definitely see her. iti sanchintya Hanuman Suryasya Astamayam kapihi. Achakangshe tada viraha Vaidehya darshana utsukaha. Darshana utsukaha means somebody who is extremely, utsukam means enthusiasm. In Tamil also, we say utsaham. So somebody who has that utsaham is called utsukaha. So darshana utsukaha. Whose darshanam? Vaidehi's darshanam. So Hanuman, what kind of Hanuman? Veeraha Hanuman. And that Hanuman is Kapihi. So that Veera Kapi, Veera Hanuman, who is the person who is extremely eager, enthusiastic to meet Vaidehi, iti sanchintya, thinking this, having thought this Hanuman, what did he do? Tada, at that time, Suryasya Astamayam, he was waiting for the sunset. Achakangshe, Achakangshe means waiting. He awaited. So thinking that he will enter into the city, he will enter in a form which is small, he will enter at night, and after entering, he will go to every single bhavanam there and he will search for Sita and he will definitely find Sita. So thinking that, what did Hanuman do? He has decided that he will enter only at night. So he was waiting for the sun to set, and that Veera Hanuman was so eager. We all can imagine when we have a favorite guest coming. I remember when I was young, if somebody were to come home, every 10 minutes I would go and open the door and see if they have come, right? My relatives or my friends. So that is the darshana utsuki at that time. Even today, children, when we are traveling, they would be like, if you're going by train or bus or whatever, have we reached? How much longer? So when you're going to a place which they are looking forward to, that utsukam, that enthusiasm will be there. So Hanuman has done the main part. Now he has reached Lanka. Now his search has to begin. But he is extremely eager to meet Sita. So having thought about it, having resolved thus, Hanuman, that Veera Hanuman, what did he do? That Vanara, he was waiting for the sun to set, and he was the person who was extremely eager to see Sita. Surye cha astam gate ratrau deham sankshipya marutihi vrisha damshaka matraha san babhuva adbhuta darshanah. So what did he do? He, when the Surya Astamanam happened, Surye cha astam gate. If there are Sanskritam students here, you would know Sati Saptami Prayogaha there. So Surye astam gate ratrau, at night. What did he do? Deham sankshipya. Deham is shariram, his body. Sankshipya, having shrunk his body. Who did this? Marutihi, Marutasya putraha, Marutihi. What did he do? Vrisha damshaka matraha. So he reduced it to the size of a small cat. Son. So there is a misleading belief that Hanuman went as a cat. He did not go as a cat. He reduced his size small enough that it was like a small cat. Babhuva adbhuta darshana. So if somebody were to follow Hanuman, even if the devas were looking, devas, the kinnaras, charanas who were looking, right? Is this the same Hanuman who took off with like such huge form and crossed the ocean? When he landed, he came to his form. Now suddenly he has taken the form of a small cat, and it became an extremely adbhuta darshanam, right? Something which is where you can be wonderstruck. So as the sun set and the night was falling into place, Hanuman deham sankshipya, he shrank his body to the size of a cat, and that sight was extremely wonderful, surprising to look at. Pradosha Kale Hanuman Turnam Utplutya Viryavan Pravivesha Turim Ramyam Suvibhakta Mahapatham. Pradosha Kale. Coincidentally, today is Pradosham. So Pradosha Kale, it is twilight. Hanuman, Turnam means swiftly. Utplutya, he was leaping. So at twilight, that Viryavan Hanuman, the valiant Hanuman, he was very swift and he wanted to go into the beautiful city. Pravivesha, he entered. What kind of city? Ramyam Purim, the beautiful city. And what kind of roads? Because whenever we enter, whenever we look, right, even when, if you're taking a flight and you're landing, we all look at the kind of roads. So patham means road, mahapatham. Suvibhakta mahapatham means the well-laid, wide. Mahapatham means the wide roads, which kind of, was the structure of the city. It could talk about how well structured the city was, well planned, well thought about city. So at twilight, that Viryavan Hanuman, he swiftly was leaping. Turnam Utplutya, and then Ramyam Purim Pravivesha. He entered into the beautiful city, the city that had well-structured, well-laid, wide Mahapatham roads. And then what did he do? Prasada Mala Vitatam Stambhaihi Kanchana Rajataihi Shata Kumbha Mayehi Jalaihi Gandharva Nagaropamam. So what did he do? He was, Prasada means the palaces. The city had lots of beautiful palaces. So it looked as though the palaces were decorating or adorning the city. Hanuman was looking at those palaces which had Stambaihi Kanchana Rajataihi, and the pillars of the palaces had Stamba, which is pillars, which were Kanchana and Rajata, means gold and silver. And not just that, Jalaihi, Jala means net. It also had nets, Shata Kumbha, which were pot-like. And the whole place looked like the city of Gandharvas. Gandharva Nagaropamam, Upama there. So the comparison is that Hanuman was looking at these beautiful mansions and palaces which had gold and silver pillars which were decorating them, and the city looked like the city of Gandharvas. The nets of this city resembled pots. So there were huge structured. So as he entered, he saw these beautiful palaces which had these pillars made of gold and silver, and the nets, the pots resembling the shape of Shatakumbha, which is the pot and the net, and the entire city looked like the city of Gandharvas. Gandharva Nagara Upamam, the comparison there. Sapta Bhuma Ashta Bhumaihi Cha Saha Dadarsha Mahapuri Talaihi Spathika Sankirnaihi Kartaswara Vibhushitaihi. So the city had, it looked as though the city was layered. Sapta Bhuma Ashta Bhuma. So it was so beautifully structured, and there was a kind of layering, or even in those days when, the level, different levels of structures were not there. Earlier, you can imagine in that yuga, probably just one or two, but he was able to see multi-storied palaces and buildings. Sapta Bhuma, Ashtabhuma. So it looked like each of the level looked like a place by itself, a bhumi by itself. Sa Dadarsha Mahapuri. So it looked extremely beautiful. And the each of the portions was beautifully decorated with spatika sankirnaihi, with these rare, shining, brilliant crystals, and kartaswara vibhushitaihi, brilliant ornaments which were decorating the top portions of the building. So can you imagine the sight that Hanuman would have seen? The sun has set, the night has fallen in, and you would see the city itself beautifully well lit, and the roads being so wide, the palaces which were shining like gold and silver, and the top story of the building, on a normal day we wouldn't see this, but on a, say we have a celebration, we have a wedding, you'll have lights all over, these gold and silver lighting that we would see, right? So Hanuman, those were not just lights, those were actually ornaments and crystals which were causing the shine and the brilliance of these palaces and the mansions. So these multi-storied building and palaces that Hanuman Saha Dadarsha Mahapuri, in that great city, and each of the story, especially the top one, was adorned with spatika, which is crystal, kartaswara vibhushitai, pearl and gold. So Hanuman was looking at the city, which looked extremely rich and grand, right? That is what Valmiki is trying to convey here. Vaidurya mani chitraihi cha mukta jala vibhushitaihi talaihi shushubhire tani bhavanani yatra rakshasam. So he says bhavanani, actually atra, bhavanani atra rakshasam. This is the place where Vaiduryam, which is sapphire kind of jewel, mukta is pearl. So this whole place was decorated with blue stone sapphire jewel. It had pearl, jalam again means net. It had multiple layers, multiple stories. Shushubhire means, here it means shining with brilliance. But these were the palaces, he was reminding himself, which were inhabited by the Rakshasas. So Bhavanani Atra Rakshasam. Who stayed there, it was not divine people, it was basically inhabited by the Rakshasas. So in that city of Lanka, which had the houses of Rakshasas, it was shining Shushubhire, and the top portions were painted with different kind of stones. Here I think emerald and sapphire, and it was decorated with nets which were looking like mukta jala vibhushitaihi, a group of pearls. The nets were looking like a group of pearls. Kanchanani vichitrani toranani cha rakshasam lankam udyotayamasuhu sarvataha samalankritam. So he was looking at these golden archways and that were illuminating Lanka, and there was definitely decoration everywhere. Sarvataha samalankritam. Any place he looked at, it looked extremely decorated. So that Lanka, which was shining, Udyotayamasuhu, that Lanka city which was shining, which was illuminated from all sides, Sarvataha, in everywhere you were looking at, it was fully decorated. It was not just one portion. And it had Kanchanani Kanchana means gold, Vichitrani, something that you can't easily spot or understand. So Vichitra means something which is unique. You can't easily understand what material they have used. Toranani, these archways, and that city of Rakshasas was looking extremely well lit. So the golden archways, which had these strange, Vichitra, strange illuminated, well decorated archways, and they were adorning the city of Lanka, and in whichever direction we would look at, the city looked completely well adorned and well decorated. Achintyam adbhutakaram Drishtva Lankam Mahakapihi Asit Vishanno Krishtascha Vaidehya Darshana Utsukaha. So he had this mixed feeling. We all experienced that, right? Hanuman Vaidehya Darshana Utsukaha. He wanted to see Vaidehi. He was so eager. He had the enthusiasm to meet her. But then he was experiencing Vishanno, distress. Krishta means delighted. So the eyes are having a feast looking at the city, but at the same time, he looking at the wondrous form of city. Adbhuta Karam Lankam Drishtva. He was thinking, this is a place, Achintyam, which is a city which cannot be imagined at all. So when you're looking at one such city, you're bound to experience mixed emotions, especially because for Hanuman, this is enemy's territory. He is not getting into a friendly zone, right? So he is experiencing the kind of fear, distress, vishannaha. At the same time, santosham, because he is looking at a city which is beautifully decorated. So his mind is experiencing, looking at the wonderful appearance of the city. He was sad and he was happy at the same time, right? He was happy because he will be finding Sita. He was sad because looking at the way the city is structured, you can imagine just the construction of a city is well planned and well executed and well maintained. What kind of army they would have, what kind of balam they would have. So that is how we need to interpret this. So looking at the city, Hanuman was thinking about the background of the city, what the city actually reflects, right? If a city is so beautiful to look at, well lit, well decorated, so rich, extremely grand, and if so much has gone into the city, you can imagine how much power they would have, what kind of army they would have. So he is thinking it would not be an easy task. It would be extremely challenging to face them. But then at the same time, he is delighted that Sita is here. I will be able to see her in this city only. So there is a kind of mixed emotion that Hanuman is feeling here. Saha Pandurod Vidha Vimanam Alini Maharha Jambunada Jala Toranam Yashaswinim Ravana Bahupalitam Shapa Charaihi Bhima Balaihi Samavritam. So, and then he comes there. Where does he come? He is looking at the city of Lanka. That Lanka, Yashaswinim, which is very famous. Anybody who knew about Lanka would know what kind of city. And that Lanka, Ravana Bahupalitam, that Lanka which is taken care and ruled by Bahu, here is hand. So he is the ruler there. And Kshapacharehi means these great augurs and the night fears watchers. Bhima Balaihi, what kind of people? Powerful people. Samavritam. Here people refers to Rakshasas. Samavritam, which is surrounded by. And Panduro Dvidha Vimanam. So he was looking at the buildings and the kind of palaces there, which were closely built and decorated beautifully. Maharha Jambunada Jala Toranam. So similar to what was described in the verse before, it had these structures which were decorated with gold. It had these nets which were shining like pearl. However, the city was inhabited by these Rakshasas, who were strong, and they were surrounding the entire city. So a city which was adorned with not just ordinary materials, something which is very rich and expensive, golden arches, It was fiercely guarded by these powerful Rakshasas, and they were surrounded by the night watchers. Obviously, night is the time when the enemies can intrude. So today we lock the door, right? Or at night we have security guards who are watching, because during the daytime there would be movement of people, there would be a lot of activity. So night is the quiet time. So the enemy's attack is likely to be, the risk is more at night. So these night watchers are watching for anybody who is trying to intrude the city. So as Hanuman was watching the city, thinking about the fact that he needs to look out and find Sita. So he's experiencing what he wanted. That is happening. So Chandraha api sachivyam iva asya kurvan tara ganaihi madhyagataha virajan jyotsna vitanena vitatya lokam uttishthate naika sahasra rashmihi. So Chandra also was rising and spreading over the city with its thousands of rays. Na eka means not one, but sahasra means thousands of, rashmihi means rays. Uttishtate, it was rising. Vitatya lokam, it was spreading across the place. Here the city, lokam in general is world, but here it is spreading across the city. Jyotsna vitanena, Jyotsna means moonlight. So the moonlight was covering the city. Virajan, hence it was shining. The moon was shining. The city also was shining in that moonlight. And how was Chandra rising? Tara ganaihi madhya means there were group of stars surrounding, and Chandra was rising in the middle. So shining, Sachivya means like a minister, a council, right? So if you have a person who is surrounded by a bunch of people, but he is the one kind of, leading and having authority and making decisions. So similarly, Chandra was having the center of attraction. So he was taking the center stage, surrounded by a group of stars, and he was shining, the stars were shining, and through the moonlight, which was spreading across the city of Lanka, the moonlight covering the city of Lanka, Chandra uttishthate, Chandra was rising with thousands of rays. How did that Chandra look? Shankha Prabham Kshira Mrunala Varnam Udgachamanam Vyavabhasamanam Dadarsha Chandram Saha Haripraviraha Popluyamanam Sarasiva Hamsam. So Chandra was rising, and Hanuman was looking at the Chandra. So Hanuman, when he saw that moon, Shankha Prabham means conch. Shankaha means, we all know, conch. Shang. So it had the radiance or the shine or the color of the conch. Kshira Mrunala Varnam. And it had the shining white color, which was as white or like the lotus fiber. Udgachamanam, as it was rising. Vyavabhasamanam, bhasanam means shining in all direction. Vyavabhasamanam means all direction. Dadarsha, Hanuman, Saha Haripraviraha, Dadarsha, that the heroic Hanuman, Haripraviraha, valorous Hanuman, Dadarsha, saw Chandram, the moon. And what was happening? Popluyamanam, the reflection of moon, was spreading across the city. Sarasiva Hamsam, Sarasi Eva means just like the reflection of a white swan would be seen in a lake. So if you have a swan which is swimming in a pure, still lake, the reflection of the swan would be seen. Hamsam means swan, would be seen on the lake. So similarly, the rising of the sun was happening. I think we all have seen this too. Maybe if we go to a remote place with the still lake, and a lot of paintings reflect this, right? You have the rising moon, and then the moon's reflection is seen on the lake. So just like a swan whose reflection is seen on the lake as it is swimming, similarly, as moon was rising in the sky in the middle of the Taragana, of the group of stars, the reflection and the Jyotsna, the moonlight, was seen on the city, similar to the reflection of Hamsam on the lake. So I think Valmiki concludes this chapter with a beautiful upama. So the Sarga itself is Nishagama Pratiksha. So Nisha Agama Pratiksha. He was waiting for the night to come, and he decides he wants to enter into the city only at night, enter very cautiously, not in the original form. So he transforms into a smaller form, similar to the size of a cat, and then he is ready to enter into the city. He's actually entered, and he's looking at the bhavanams, well decorated, and he's experiencing mixed emotion. Thus concludes the Sarga 2. I think this is also, it was very beautiful how Lanka was, it's scary at some point that a city is so beautiful and it belongs to Ravana. So I can imagine how Hanuman would have felt. You can't truly experience the joy or the beauty of the city. There is always that the discomfort that you feel when the enemy's territory is so attractive, so well structured, and that's the kind of emotion Hanuman would have experienced. Okay, so as of now, we will have the revision class for Sarga 2 this Friday. So it will be nice if we can have volunteers sign up maybe for sets of 20 of them, 20, each one can sign up for like 20, and you can come and do, and then we can have the summary of the explanation as well. Did we do the summary for the Sarga 1? I don't remember. I'll post this in the group. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tatsat. Dhanyavadaha. Ram 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 Mahaperiyava Sharanam. Jai Jai Shankara Hara Hara Shankara. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Hanuman. Thank you all. Om Tat Sat.